What up, fam? On this episode of the Snapback Sports Pod, I'm in Vegas, and I'm here for Ravens-Raiders. We preview that game as well, stock up, stock down, talking all week one in the NFL, and then breaking down all the great rookie performances before, of course, making fun of Eagleson and Tua.
Snapback fam, new app.
The Baltimore Ravens select Lamar Jackson.
I'm a Raven. It's on all year, every year.
Jackson takes it himself. Oh! He broke his ankles!
Blocked by James! Auburn's gonna win the football game! Auburn's gonna win the football game!
For the Philadelphia Eagles, the long drought is over.
Bryant with the jumper. And the Lakers lead!
Mamba out.
What up, fam? I'm your host, Jack Settleman. Joining me today, and as always, my co-host and longtime best friend, Abe Granoff. Abe, what is on your mind today?
If you sound like this after 4 days in Vegas, and I'm not saying you sound bad, you just sound different. We'll call it different. What the fuck would I sound like after 4 days in Vegas?
There would be no sounds.
Right? We wouldn't record. But what's on my mind? Oh, so I was just thinking about something. So it's 8:38. Sunday Night Football just started. And at 8 o'clock, I turned on the VMAs, the MTV Video Music Awards. And the only thing that I left and came to this desk and thought about was how in the world is Jennifer Lopez 52 years old?
Her or Tom? What's more ridiculous?
I think her. I mean,
bro, I don't know. When I tweeted out that picture that he's 44 years old and like
Jennifer Lopez looks like that at age 52. And then I was thinking like Alex Rodriguez is probably watching this. They're recently divorced. J-Lo gets back with Ben Affleck, her ex. And I'm thinking, like, Alex Rodriguez has got to be down.
Did they ever get this girl? Did they get married?
I think so.
Were they?
I don't know. I
thought they might just.
And then I thought, damn. Not only is Alex Rodriguez watching his ex Jennifer Lopez look the way she does on national television right now, but the team that he bought is also rumored to get Ben Simmons. So I'll just throw a third stock down to Alex Rodriguez.
Wait, that's today's rumor?
I just keep seeing photoshops and like. They're unwilling to deal Cat. They're unwilling to deal Anthony Edwards. They really, really don't want to deal D'Angelo Russell. Like, okay, well, we don't really want Willie Hernan-Gomez.
Do they still have Jared Culver, or they traded him?
Yeah, I was just thinking poor Alex Rodriguez.
All right, fair enough. Well, the reason I sound the way I do is because I have been in Vegas for 4 days, but for good reason. Tomorrow night, or when you're listening to this, tonight, the Ravens will be facing the Las Vegas Raiders to cap off week one of the NFL. Abe, Monday Night Football preview. What do you got for me?
You know about those Raiders, man. They're crazy in a way that, I mean, now you're filling a stadium of degenerates. And with the road team coming in, I mean, I think a lot of them will probably be, I feel like the crowd will be like, 20% Ravens fans, 40% Raiders, quote, fans, and then, where am I at, 60%?
Mm-hmm.
40% just people that were in Vegas for the weekend.
I don't know. Maybe not on Monday Night Football. Call me crazy, but I feel like
I don't think there's days in the week in Las Vegas.
There's not hours, there's not times. There's really nothing here, but I think the Raiders fans will be solid. They have pretty good fans, and then the Ravens do travel well, so home field advantage will be there.
Where do you stand? Where do you stand on the consistency level between the crowd that says Lamar's a running back and that crowd that is also saying now that the Ravens don't have any running backs?
Right.
It's interesting.
With you. It is funny that everyone claims that we don't have running backs right now. Tough couple days. I didn't even remember Justice Hill tore his Achilles because when I was reminded that we lost 3 running backs in 10 days, I was like, holy crap. But that sucks, obviously. But the real problem is losing Marcus Peters. Losing a Pro Bowl corner, irreplaceable, just was brutal. And non-contact in practice, Harbaugh said it was just going backwards, doing his normal turn and run, and just lost it.
You've been to the practice facility before in Maryland?
So nice.
Do they play on concrete?
I don't know what they're doing. I feel like concrete, you tear less ACLs.
I don't know what the hell is going on over there. But yeah, I would just like a little consistency between, you can either be Lamar's a running back, fine. But don't say the Ravens lost their running backs then.
Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. I don't necessarily I do think long term they'll be fine. I do think short term, Bateman out, Nick Boyle, who's the backup tight end but the best run blocker, he's out. And then all the backs, just like for a couple games, I think it's going to be a problem. And you've got the Chiefs coming to town next weekend. There's like a sense of urgency, in my opinion.
Is this a must-win?
I think it's the
are
week
Ravens
one
in the must-win. That's a crazy situation, to be honest. I'm truthfully, Jack. Truthfully, I want the Ravens to win tomorrow.
Why is that?
Oh, I always have to have a hidden agenda.
No. I just don't understand
Because if
why.
the Ravens win tomorrow, Tuesday, we fire my mother's 401k on Browns futures to win the division.
Why?
Fire.
Why? They're not that good.
Oh no, they are.
But
yeah, they are. The Browns browned. We'll talk about that later. The Browns browned, but like they were with the Chiefs the best team ever the entire time, and looked well.
The best team ever.
Looked good during the game. Like the Browns are a good ass team, and the Ravens, if they come off a win, Lamar looks great. The line will move a little bit, and I'm just saying, I'm just seeking alpha. That's it.
All right. Well, Monday Night Football preview, score prediction. I'm going to go with 31-24. Good guys.
I like 31-24 Raiders. I'm going to go with 25-21 Ravens.
Okay.
What did I say that one time? What did I say that one time when I said the Ravens would put up how many points?
Yes. You told me that week 3, 2
against
years
the Chiefs
ago, that they would score 17 points. And I told you.
I was close.
Lamar.
Did they score 19?
No. Lamar Jackson has never scored under 20 in a regular season game.
I just thought he was due.
That changed, but they scored like 24 points. Lost, but we're gonna be 2-0. You know that
because you played the Chiefs, right?
Yeah,
right.
We're gonna beat the Chiefs next weekend too.
Hey man, if you want to be 2-0, join the party.
Okay, all right. Stock up, stock down time. My number one, my first stock up goes to famous Jameis, the best quarterback on the field.
I would like to start calling him President Winston.
Why president?
Because I think he should be our president. Like, the guy is just unmatched energy, good vibes. All he needed was a little eye surgery. Nothing wrong with that.
Threw 5 touchdowns today. No picks.
More than 33% of his completions were touchdowns.
That's impressive. And I didn't watch a ton of the game, but when Aaron Rodgers got pulled for Jordan Love, not bench, but pulled, I
didn't even know that.
Yeah, he didn't. I mean, they're down 38-3, but I don't know. Like, I think I'm off the Packers this year. That's why I bet on the Saints today. Like, I just don't. I just think that last year was their year, and this year is gonna be like you can't push that stuff aside, Abe. It's like if your girlfriend cheated on you, you want to love her, but in the back of your head, you're kind of like.
But in this case, Rodgers is the girlfriend.
Right.
Rodgers wants to cheat.
Yeah, and it's just like everyone in the organization has come to an agreement. We're going to make this.
I think there's definitely a gray cloud hanging over, but at the end of the day, like gray cloud or not, like Aaron Rodgers can win you 13 football games.
He can, but I just don't know if from everything we hear, right, about the NFL and winning Super Bowls, you need a special run, a special group that's well connected. And it just feels like he's not interested at all in the team or the season.
Yeah, it sounds like he's just trying to collect a check and then move on to Denver or somewhere next year.
Yeah,
not the Niners. Where could he go in LA? Not the Chargers. What other teams play in California?
He could go to Las Vegas. It's close. 40-minute flight.
I feel like he would kill it in Vegas just as a human, not a football player.
All right, what's your stock up?
My first stock up is Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, my man. Talking to you, C. Wentz. Hard-fought game today. At the end of the day, you're still an audience of one. You have the whole city of Indianapolis behind you, so it's a fresh start. But Carson Wentz did one of the most impressive things I've ever seen a human, let alone Carson Wentz, who I don't really consider to be a human being, do today. Jack, he fumbled the ball untouched on a QB sneak.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just genuinely the most athletic thing I've seen on the football field today. This guy is a bum. And that's the only reason I had to fit him into this episode. I'm seeing tweets from Colts Twitter. I'm like, this is the worst we've seen the offensive line play in like 5 years or something. Hey, Colts fans, it's not a freaking coincidence. When you have a quarterback who thinks he's literally Jesus and he stinks and he holds the ball for 40 seconds every play, the offensive line is going to hold, and the offensive line is going to let up blocks. I am happy any Colts fans out there that want to vent, I will be their personal Carson Wentz therapist throughout the year. I mean, it won't last long because who's their backup? Brissett. Sam Ehlinger is going to come in week, 9. But until then, I am here for all Colts fans. I will bet against you every week, and I know I'm going to lose some. I know you'll win some games. I bet against them today. I will continue to bet against them.
See, it's funny you say.
I know it's not Colts fans' fault.
It's funny you say they're going to win some.
They won 4 games last
year.
Right,
and it wasn't with him as the starter. Didn't Hurts win 2 of them or one of the 4? Like, he's so bad. And I picked them to win the division.
The Eagles also tied a game.
Yeah.
With Wentz. He's truthfully one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah. Maybe that's who Cam was talking about when he said there's not 32 other quarterbacks better than me.
Well, he was talking about Wentz. He was talking about Tua. He was talking about
Zach Wilson. All right, my second stack up. Lions and the Texans offenses. I just think this is the greatest thing ever. Everyone assumes that the Texans are tanking. The Lions trade their, ex-franchise quarterback for Jared Goff and then just absolutely light up the scoreboard today. Texans, Tyrod Taylor, Super Bowl champion Tyrod Taylor. 37 Correct. Points.
Same amount of rings as Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, Tyrod Taylor.
Yes. And Patrick Mahomes, Tyrod Taylor. And more than Josh Allen, Tyrod Taylor. And
Kyler, why don't we just throw it out there,
just name every quarterback. I guess Lamar, technically, for now.
Not Wentz.
But yeah, just crazy to see. And I think it's where the league is now. And when we were doing our underdog drafts, and it was like, there weren't many offenses that you look at and you're like, God, I know they're going to be bad. Like last year,
the Lions were that offense.
Yeah, they were, but then that's why I'm giving them a stock up. They put up 33 on the Niners. I'll make a bet with you now that the Lions will score more points against the Niners than the Eagles will.
I don't give a fuck.
We'll
beat them and they won't.
Yeah, I'm downplaying that. I'm downplaying it, but yeah, I just think it was hilarious, their offensive performances today.
Dude, the Lions put up 1 more point than the Eagles. Like, whatever. And they were home, so shut up. But yeah, I mean, I definitely faded the Texans in one of my survivor pools. So, you know what? I got cocky this year. It's the same when I was in last year. I did 2 entries. It honestly makes it harder because you don't always want to double down, but when you do, like, now that I just have one to ready to go, I think, I lost $100, or $100, but I got one the rest of the way. I had the Niners, which actually was a little closer than I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to take the Panthers, and that leads. Are we on stock up or stock? The stock
you
up.
You have one more stock up.
Oh, the Baltimore Orioles genuinely did something more impressive than what Carson Wentz did last night. Did you not see what happened last night?
No.
The Orioles were 3 outs away from throwing a no-hitter. Jack, they lost the game 11-2.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
And then today they gave
up. The doubleheader?
Yeah, they lost game 2 of the doubleheader after having a no-hitter
through 6.
And they lost 11-10 in the original one.
Yep. And
they gave up 23 runs today or something. But Jack, they were 3 outs away from a no-hitter.
It was 2-0.
You lost 11-2.
All 11 came in the top of the 7th.
Yes. All 11 came in the top of the 7th.
That is impressive. That is very impressive.
So stock up to the Orioles.
Wow. Okay. All right. My first stock down. I've mentioned it, but it's gonna be a bandwagon. If anyone wants to hop on, the Josh Allen regression train.
I don't think that's fair.
And look, I think it is because, as you know, everything is super calculated. And the calculation is, I'm essentially just saying he will not be as good as last year.
That's what I'm saying.
And last year
That's why this is not fair.
But
last year he was the second runner. You're saying Josh Allen will not win MVP.
Correct.
So by default, he is regressing to an extent.
Correct. And so if anyone wants to hop on, get on board, because you have two things going for you. One, he can almost certainly not match last year's level. And two, Abe picked him to win MVP and the Bills to win 15 games, which is a great sign to sell all your Jalen stock.
You cannot win 15 games without losing two. That's simply what happened today up in Buffalo.
That is true. But, I just don't understand why everyone expected. Like, even Mahomes, after he won the MVP, like, he's bound to regress. You can't play at that level. Like, no one plays at that level.
What did Mahomes regress to?
It was actually
the 46 touchdowns and a Super Bowl
appearance. No, he got hurt. And then they won the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Right. He got hurt.
But regular season regression.
They did win the Super Bowl and he regressed. So system quarterback. My first stock down is Zach Wilson. I had never really had a huge opinion on the guy. I didn't see much ahead of him in training camp. Give him the benefit of the doubt. 8 times worse than Carson Wentz. This guy is awful. It's like I saw 3 open receivers. Like the Jets receivers were genuinely getting open, and Zach Wilson just doesn't look their way. At one point, he mounted a nice comeback. He threw some late touchdowns. The Jets were never really in that game. But Zach Wilson is an atrocity, and he's too pretty. He's too pretty. He's got to get into coaching.
It's crazy. Every time they showed him on the sideline, it's like, that guy is not a football player.
That's a Disney movie actor.
Yeah,
is what that is. Listen, we'll touch on all the rookies, but I mean, it goes without saying that he was hands down the worst today, and I think he's just the worst in the class. Like the Jets, there's certain teams that are going to just never. Like every time you think, you know what, they're building something, it doesn't happen. The Jets will always be the Jets.
I tweeted out today and I said, I can't wait for Jets fans to cope with Wilson being bad by mentioning that Lawrence threw 3 picks and the Jags stink. And it's like, no, like he was the best quarterback, and you beat the Rams in December. You cost my boy thousands of dollars for no good reason.
And you drafted a guy from BYU. Like, come on, people try and do too much in sports. Like, they break down film too much. Sometimes you just have to say to yourself, if this pertains to, like, betting, this pertains on picks, there are certain constants in life. It's always death. It's always taxes. It's always Ben Simmons
how did
passing
Zach
up
Wilson
a
even
jump shot.
end up at 2?
He had a monster season last year. Could chuck the ball like 70 yards. And he's pretty. He could probably talk well. You saw what his mother looked like on the night of draft night, respectfully.
Respectfully. I'd hit it out of the park. Respectfully.
That was the most when Mark Jackson said that on a broadcast, just blatantly saying on a national TV in the NBA Finals that he would have sex with Savannah James. Like, that's in the Broadcasting Hall of Fame. It's like...
It's Mike Breen and Mark Jackson, but for two completely different reasons.
And another very, very wrong reason is the Nick Castellanos guy. Of course. Who obviously hit a home run yesterday.
Yes. Stock down number 2, keeping on the theme of the Jets are going to Jets, the Browns are going to Browns. And
I'll get there.
And listen, the Browns, sure, they were neck and neck with the Chiefs all game. Their roster's loaded. Baker looked okay. Their defense is really good. But at the end of the day, they muff their own punt and they let up 2 touchdowns in the span of 90 seconds. And
they let up 2 touchdowns in the time I took a piss.
Yeah, they choked the game. And what I'm worried about is Baker. It's Baker.
Worried is the word, or excited?
For me, as a Ravens fan, excited that hopefully he gets the contract. But for Browns fans, I am worried.
Why?
Because I just don't think he's the guy. He's too erratic.
Can he be a guy?
Could he be the guy? I don't think so. I really don't. Like, to win 3 or 4 playoff games in a row, I don't see it with Baker Mayfield.
There's nothing better than that tag in football, the guy. Like, I feel like you should, like, people, like, there's advertisements on uniform patches. Like the NFL should legitimately have a grading scale.
Yes.
And if you're the guy, you get a patch on your jersey every week, the guy, or
I
you
like
get a red
that.
one that says not the guy. And it's just
But you need different levels, like not yet the guy.
No, you got to be the guy, not the guy.
Okay.
Everyone starts out.
All right, let's name
not
all the
true.
guys. Let's name all the guys.
Hurts.
All right, I'm going to put Hurts in not the guy category just for now. He's only played 6 career games.
5.
So you got Mahomes, not Josh Allen, because just this year, regression.
The guy.
Allen, Lamar, Tannehill?
Why is Josh Allen not the guy, but Lamar
No,
is?
he is. I was kidding. Josh Allen's absolutely
Tannehill is not the guy.
not the guy. Kyler's the guy. Russ is obviously the guy. Rodgers, Jameis.
You know who can be the guy, but
Stafford.
doesn't have the guy patch is Stafford.
No, he's the guy. You'll see
Why?
tonight. Because he's
You have to earn the patch, Jack.
I don't think that's true. I actually don't think that's how I would frame
Actually,
it.
you're right, because Trevor Lawrence would have had a patch on his jersey today that said the guy, just
Right.
because he's Trevor Lawrence.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fair. It doesn't all have to be football related and earning it on the field.
But I guess the question is, can you be the guy? Are you the guy or a guy in the future? Like T-Law we could see him being the guy, but today he's not, right? Like
depends if every rookie starts out with not the guy.
that's what I'm kind of thinking. Big Ben,
And then-
Big Ben
if-
right now. Thoughts?
The guy.
I think I'd agree with that.
The guy.
Um,
You and I? I'm
not the
Who am I
guy.
kidding?
Definitely not the guy.
Who am I kidding? I'm not the guy. All right, we can make a official the guy list. Damn. And then it's like that's like a defining career moment when you finally come to Jesus. And I just said out loud, maturely, I'm not the guy.
Yeah.
Like now I know I have work to do. You can't just think you're the guy but not be the guy. But
Yep.
speaking of the guy, my second stock down has to do with just quarterbacks in general. Tom Brady is legitimately making me think, Jack, I know this, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, and rightfully so. He's legitimately making me think that being a quarterback in the NFL isn't a hard thing to do.
Okay. Elaborate, because that seems silly.
It's just I'm watching that game on Thursday night, and it's just like the Jets are always going to Jets. The Browns are always going to Browns. The Cowboys are always going to Cowboys. The Cowboys did Cowboys. But then when is he going to stop doing all this? Dotting everyone on the numbers. Doing the same thing with the same amount of... Everyone and their mother said on Thursday night at around midnight Eastern, the 3 words that we all uttered, too much time. And it's just... When will he stop? It's like the guy's 44. He's doing what he's doing. He's not better than everyone else. Like as a quarterback, it doesn't make sense. Either he's an alien, truthfully not from planet Earth. Him and J-Lo are from a different galaxy. Or being a quarterback isn't hard to do. And Carson Wentz is just that dumb.
I'm gonna give Brady the benefit of the doubt that he's that special. And
Brady's the guy.
I think what makes it even crazier is, Rodgers came along, Mahomes is here, Allen with the arm, and everyone always says, like, Brady's not that good. He's not that talented. He gets lucky. It's like, that's what makes it insane. He's 44. I think he got better. I legitimately think, like, I'm talking LeBron style stuff, like more
IQ. It's all IQ.
I don't know what it is. Speaking of IQ, triple stock down. LeBron live tweeting Sunday footballs. I think I'm out on it. Because I have
for the fall.
I have his Twitter notifications on because I thought he was
that in your head.
No, I thought he was going to tweet about NBA Top Shot at some point. So I wanted to be like ready to go and reply and be like, "Yo, Bron, buy this." I should probably turn them off, but this is actually what's the show? Oh, here we go. Just got another notification. Love watching Jalen Ramsey so much. Thanks, LeBron. Hold on. His feed today, bro. His feed today was spectacular. Here we go. Starting early this morning. D-Hop. Fire, 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 fire. Chandler Jones going for Defensive Player of the Year already. My goodness, 3 sacks in the first. Kyler Murray on 1 today. Sheesh, man. 4 touchdowns so far. Still 10 mins in the third. I'll say it again. Chandler Jones is going for Defensive Player of the Year. My goodness. Russ to DK, 6. Thanks, LeBron. I didn't realize you were live tweeting Red Zone. Hold on, I'm not finished because there is one that I like. Ball game. Keenan Allen. He's so good. Underrated still. Welcome back, Von Miller. Back to doing what you do. QB sack. Thank you, LeBron. That's a touchdown. Jarvis, Savage. Let's go, Browns.
Okay, I get it, dude. But let me ask you a question.
Hold on. I didn't get to the best one. Man, what? Kicked the ball still, man. Took off like he Tyreek Hill. That was when the Browns punter.
Was that about Quez Watkins?
No, when the Browns punter fucked up the snap and he just ran with the ball.
Dude, but let me ask you this. Because, just because he's LeBron James, you're saying that. If LeBron James had tweeted word for word, it's 4 a.m. and I am awake, what would your reaction be to that? What would your reaction be to that?
I bet
you it would be the headline on First Take.
I bet you I would be like, oh, wow. I don't really care that Bron's grinding in the gym right now, but I hope that's like everyone grinds.
A little birdie tweeted that last night.
I tweeted it because I was drunk and also because I thought it was interesting with the whole time zones that it was 7 a.m. and Schefter's tweeting inactive reports and I'm going to bed. That's all.
What was 10 a.m. football like? You like that or no?
10 a.m.'s not that. I love Sunday night football going on right now. Like it's 6 o'clock. We're eating dinner after the game. It's a show.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I remember a few years back, the Eagles played on the road in London, Jacksonville. They played the London Jaguars when Bortles was on the team. And I woke up hungover on a Sunday and turned on my TV and it was the Eagles were just on. And I didn't have to leave bed for 4 hours. That's where it's kind of sick. But there's also on the East Coast, people go out to a bar, they eat wings, they meet up with their friends for the 1 o'clock games. It's a whole thing. 1 to 7, 10 to 4.
It's not terrible. So same thing happened to me when we played the London Jaguars. I woke up because we went out college Saturday night, woke up Sunday, and the time change an hour less in Texas as well. So it was 7 hours, whatever. And 10 minutes into the game, we were down 3 touchdowns. We lost 40 to 10.
You know what I think is way cooler than 10 a.m. football? It's 5 p.m. national TV basketball. I think that's the best.
Yeah.
NBA Finals at 6 p.m. That is my dream.
That's what Phoenix was when I was at the game.
Unbelievable. I think
dude,
because
you watch an entire game and then you go out for dinner after.
Dude, and if your team plays if the game's at 7 o'clock and it's at 4 p.m., you end of work every day.
But they don't play then. That's the problem. It would only be if most people live out there. But
I'm saying if you live in LA and in the freaking there's a 7 p.m. TNT game that's the Bucks Nets, you're watching that at work. That is sick.
It is sick.
It's like when we were all working from home, Jack, and we were degenerately betting on the NBA bubble, every player of every game. And it was we actually had a day job in doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See you on Thanksgiving.
Yep. All right, we're going to take a quick break. After the break, we're going to chat the rookies' performances, talk about the People's Pick'em, and hear from Eagleson after the Dolphins 1-0 win. 1-0 win. We'll be right back. Football season is finally here, and where are we playing all season long? It's on Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy has Pick'em and Rivals. They are the most fun way to get some action down on the games. Follow me and follow Underdog Fantasy on all social platforms to follow along for my plays. Do Pick'ems, do Rivals, and make some money along the way. And for now, use the code Jack and get a deposit bonus when you join the team. Let's go! Football season is finally here, and if you're trying to get out to a game, whether it be college football, NFL, or when basketball comes back around, use the code Jack at TickPick. TickPick is the absolute best way to get your tickets for the big game. They do concerts too. They do pretty much every event you could want. And the best part is they don't have fees. The price you see is the price you pay. Don't believe me? Go to tickpick.com/Jack
and see for yourself right now. See you at the game.
All right, fam, we are back. All right, we're supposed to talk rookie performances, but
I just said to Jack at the break, wait, are we talking about the Eagles? He goes, oh, no, I don't see it in the program. And he knew right away that would change quick.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, it's just... Listen, man, I think a good...
No, we got to listen, man. Oh, no.
When I think about what makes a good football team and how people always say defense wins championship, I think it's simpler than that. You should score a lot of touchdowns and try and give up none of them. And I think Coach Sirianni implemented that strategy this year, and it resonated throughout the entire locker room, and you saw that today. You have said multiple times on this podcast that Jalen Hurts is not good at quarterback.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you have.
No, I didn't.
Andrew
No,
Eagleson?
I did not say that. I said he's not good at throwing the football.
Okay. You're a dumb idiot.
Not necessarily.
One underthrow today that was still a completion, but it should have been an incomplete. Like, whatever. The
No.
guy has swagger.
Yes.
Has the guy tattoo on his
No, he doesn't.
branded on him. I created the category. He escapes the pressure. It's just finally breathing at the quarterback position, and I haven't taken a breath. And Devontae Smith is so fucking good. It's just, listen, man. First place
double
in the NFC.
listen, man, people. Everyone listen up.
First place in the NFC East by themselves, which is a astounding lead, as you could expect over the last few years. I'm excited. What did you think about the Eagles today? Look good. Gotta admit it.
They did look good. I'll admit that.
Thank you.
The one thing I'd actually be most excited about was how good Sanders looked, because I think that could really unlock a lot.
No,
of the
you
offense.
shouldn't be surprised that he looked good. You should be surprised that they used him.
Right.
Doug just didn't use him.
That's what I mean. And Sanders looked explosive.
Second round
Gainwell
running
scored.
back.
They didn't even really use Hurts a ton running. I know he ran a lot, but like it didn't feel like it felt like last year it was pressing for Hurts to run, and this year was like he wasn't the first option.
He didn't really know the offense. He had a whole year under his belt.
So I think that was cool. The defense looked good. Obviously, I'm gonna restrain on giving the Eagles too much credit, and I'm gonna turn to the Falcons. You know how we have the guy and not the guy
Kyle
category.
Pitts.
You know how we have cuties and we have fake franchises. Atlanta is flirting.
No,
They're
you can't
flirting.
flirt.
They're
Jack can't be a
flirting.
fake franchise and go to a Super Bowl 4 years ago.
But that's my point.
Come on.
They're flirting, so they've earned retribution from the category. But they are literally banging their head against the wall for 3 consecutive years. They haven't done anything differently. They got rid of their best player ever. They kept Matt
They're rebuilding
Ryan.
this thing. Hey,
They're not, though. They're not.
Don't knock a good Atlanta Falcons team. Is all I'm gonna say. Like Calvin Ridley's a good player.
Oh, you're hyping up. I got it. You're hyping up
I
the
just-
Falcons.
Yeah, I just think they're a good team.
Got it.
And I think it's just sometimes you meet your match.
Mhm.
And today, that's a good football team we beat out there. So
Well, you
credit to,
equaled the quarter of your win total from last season. So big. I mean, a win.
I haven't
is-
seen a performance like that, and I've been dead for 2 years.
Yeah.
I've been truly dead. But no, I'm going to put my football coach voice on it. I give credit to those guys. They played a hell of a football game. It's a good team over there. We just we came out and performed today. That's how I feel.
Speaking of performing, all 5 rookies in action today. Justin Fields has not thrown a touchdown, but Trey Lance, first career pass touchdown. Lawrence threw a nice bomb touchdown, threw 3 on the day. Zach Wilson threw 2 touchdowns. Mac Jones, did he throw? He did throw a touchdown to Aguilar, and he looked awesome. What did you think about the rookies today?
Well, I already touched on Wilson. He's the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence gave me Carson Wentz vibes. Like it's your classic, like, welcome to the league game, but you can still tell when he throws the football. When this guy figures out this NFL thing, we might all be fucked.
That's the problem, is he's on a really bad team. Urban is very questionable at this level, and he's a playmaker, and he's going to force plays, and that's why he threw 3 picks, but it's also why he threw 300-plus yards and 3 touchdowns. he's just gonna throw 35 touchdowns and 20 interceptions, and they're gonna win 4 games, and that's kind of how it's gonna be. But I agree with you. Get him protection. Let him figure out the NFL.
Dude,
he's gonna be special.
I'm telling you, like, and this isn't crazy given like what I've been saying about this guy. He gives me Carson Wentz vibes,
which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Exactly. I said about Lawrence. If he figures this NFL thing out, the whole league could be fucked. You could have said that about Carson 2 years ago, and maybe the injury played a role in everything. He just didn't figure it out, and he never will. That's the difference. But it was the same type of question. You were seeing these, how the hell did this guy make that play? How the hell does he throw it like that? Plays. And for Wentz, he just woke up.
It's funny that we're comparing the number 1 pick who I've
to the
given
32nd best starter in the
exactly.
NFL.
But the similarities are there. Lance threw a touchdown. They didn't use him a ton, but he looked okay. Wilson, you said, stinks. Fields, he's only thrown a couple passes so far tonight. Mac Jones, I know you didn't watch this a ton. I'm sure we'll hear from Eagleson about it. But he looked awesome, like surprisingly awesome. He didn't throw for crazy numbers. He only threw a touchdown. But he looked like Tom a little with the decision making.
Max the guy.
Every decision was right. And how did they only score 16 points? A couple turnovers at inopportune time, whatever. But he looked. If I'm a Patriots fan, I'm really excited. But we made our bets for Rookie of the Year. I don't know if Mac's game and the way Bill's going to let him go will like he's only going to throw 20 touchdowns this year. I think Lawrence is going to have a step up on him.
Yeah. You said it. It's Belichick. It's always been Belichick. It's just, like I said, I don't really want to talk about Tom. He's just freaks me out at this point. But no, we knew, like we said, the Patriots won 7 games last year with Cam Newton throwing it to the feet of their receiver game after game. Like, Bill Belichick is always going to put this guy in a position to be successful. And everything else, the train just goes. Like, I'm not saying Tom Brady is a system quarterback, but Bill Belichick has developed a system. He created the system quarterback term. Like, anyone can come here, just do the bare minimum, and we got you.
Yeah.
But like Tom, just right place, right galaxy he found when he was an alien. I don't even know.
Yeah,
but no,
he looked cool.
Mac's the guy.
Mac, he's not the guy now. He would
Talk
not
to me about the quarterback on the other team, the winning quarterback.
Tua. I'm gonna save it. Eagles.
Isn't Tua your boy?
No, not my boy.
Not your boy.
We linked. We played Madden together, but not my boy. Okay. Let's talk people's pick'em. Presented by Underdog Fantasy. Presented by. Use code Jack. So 2 for 2, which is a rough start for us as the greatest handicappers on earth. Noah Fant, 6 catches, 63 yards, no sweater. Devontae Smith. I mean, it was laughable.
I'm actually mad I didn't throw thousands of dollars on that actual prop.
It was 3.5 receptions. We said he's going to have that by halftime. And he caught a touchdown and had it by halftime.
His touchdown today, I think you can say he's Rookie of the Year probably right now, but that's a different story. His touchdown today was identical pretty much to the one that he scored in that same stadium in the national championship.
What?
There was one. There was a side-by-side I saw today. Maybe it wasn't the national championship.
No, the national championship was a streak down the sideline.
Yeah. That's not the one I'm thinking about.
I know the route that you're talking about. So
Devontae Smith's really awesome.
Yeah, he's good. Waddle scored. Jamar Chase scored.
Kadarius Toney almost got a yard. 2 catches, -2 yards.
But yeah, so we lose 2 bets, 2 of the pick'ems. Wilson, we lose on that last touchdown throw, and Tua goes over by 0.1 fantasy points.
Tough, man. Hey, it's a good team we lost to out there today.
We smoked the winners. We barely lost on the losers. I feel good. We'll be back next week, so stay tuned for that.
If I were you and I were betting this on your own, I'd probably double down my unit for next week.
Yeah, I think we might even double down, to be honest.
And we will not be required for any financial compensation.
Yeah, this is not financial advice. Eagleson, let's hear it. Get the timer out. Start it now. Before he even starts talking, get the timer out.
He's like giddy. He's like sitting in his chair. He's like,
I'm ready to go.
He's a dog. He's like
so
a dog.
excited. He's so excited.
All right, Eagleson. Congratulations, your Dolphins won their first playoff game today. Your rookie quarterback begins his career 1-0.
Yeah.
You have 3 seconds for a segment to be named later that rhymes with something Dolphins related. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so going into this game, I saw pretty much everybody picking against the Finns, including you guys, and leaving Foxborough with a win felt good, especially with the Bills losing. We're top of the division, just like the Eagles. And Tua, I know you guys hate him. It sounds like that, but he didn't have that bad of a game. He's taking chances. The offensive play calling's a lot better than last year. What? You guys are making your fucking faces again. Like the defense was fine, creating turnovers. They find a way to win the game. Like I don't see. I can't even see the timer anymore. This is bullshit. Like
You keep going.
I don't see where all the hate's coming from. They're playing good. They won the game. The defense looked good. The run defense wasn't that great, but I don't know what else to say. They won the game.
They did. Credit to them.
Yeah.
Went on the road in week 1. Jack, what was your favorite line of that rant right there? Because I have mine.
Tua did not look that bad.
Tua. If you guys saw the faces that Jack and I just made at each other when he said that. Eagleson, we had a conversation a few minutes ago about being called the guy. Now, when you're trying to figure out if you have the guy or not, do you ever think it's a good idea in his first game, an important game probably in his year 2, where you phrase his game as he didn't look, what did you say, Jack? Repeat it after me.
Not that bad.
Yeah, he was not that bad. You see what I'm saying here?
Maybe that was a poor choice of words.
But it was accurate. That was the thing. It was you're not lying.
Everything you said in that statement is true. Top of the division, good win. Tua not that good.
You know, sometimes you just got to win ugly.
Eagleson, I'll preface it. You guys are 1-0, divisional win on the road. Preface, okay? So you have that. But I need you to answer questions for me.
Okay.
If Damian Harris does not fumble, who wins the game?
Tua drives down the field and we win the game.
Interesting, because my next question was
not necessarily a fair question.
I'll
play ref.
My next question was going to be, did the Dolphins score points outside of 2 scripted drives and a 2-minute drill?
It doesn't matter. It would have been a 2-minute drill going back down the field.
Yeah. All you gotta say is they scored points when there was time left on the clock.
No. All I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure. I don't know because I don't know the NFL in depth enough to say. But from what I've understood over time, that's a really bad sign. That means unless everything, the throws, the reads, everything is dictated for him, or the defense is in a prevent where you can pick up easy yards underneath, it's probably a bad sign that outside of the 10 minutes that they scored points in, the other 50 minutes they did not when the drives were not scripted.
You know what's funny to me about that statement, and this isn't arguing anything you just said. Preach, honestly. But you said if Damian Harris didn't fumble that ball, everyone does that in every sport. They look back on a game and say, "What would have happened if there wasn't a game-changing play?" Like what?
No, but he
didn't fumble. X went in there and punched the ball out. Like that was a good play.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying they were. Abe, I don't know if you knew this.
That's a take. Damian Harris didn't fumble it. That's what he essentially just said.
I didn't say
you were making it sound like he dropped the ball. Like
he was like, "No, Damian Harris didn't fumble. X punched it out."
Yeah,
he did.
No.
So Damian Harris didn't.
No, I get what he's saying. It's like if Deshaun Jackson drops the ball before the goal line.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's one that could be different. And he made a play. Credit to him for making a play. All I was saying was they're running out the clock. It was the same thing when Cam fumbled last year in Buffalo, right? Like he just, you're running out the clock and you make a sloppy play, which is unpatriot-like, to say the least. Once again, I prefaced it. The defense looks good again. 23 straight games with a turnover.
Yep.
Abe?
Do.
That's a lot of potential for regression, people. That's all I'm saying. But you said, maybe before the podcast started, you're happy because the Dolphins are good. What did you see today? Because you just said they won ugly. Tua wasn't that bad. And a rookie kind of, I don't want to say lit them up because the points weren't there.
No, there
was he was
Mac Jones.
9
That
of
was
12
it. Was
on-
all under. It was like, okay, friggin' James White out of the backfield half the game. That's all it
That's
was.
not
All
true.
underneath crap.
He made some throws.
He made some throws, but that's mostly what it was.
So answer the question. What
Nelson
did you
Aguilar's
see?
a good player too.
What did you see other than the final score that makes you say we are good?
Like, Jack, you would get why I would say that, right? Whether I'm delusional or not.
I genuinely would. Like, the offense could not be stopped. The run game was sick. The defensive
going.
line destroyed them.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
what
pass
else you
rush
got,
was
Jack?
good again. They're creating turnovers like they always have, and they persevered
That's
in
good.
Foxborough.
That's a good thing to rely on, forcing turnovers.
Yeah, there's
They
No.
persevered in Foxborough.
So Dolphins
Against
fans are
Belichick.
thinking. Dolphins fans are thinking this after week 1. Jack, what are they going to sound like if they somehow beat the Bills next week at home? Which they probably will.
they're not going to beat the Bills. The Dolphins
I-
are just very average. They're a very
I agree.
average team.
I agree.
Eagles team, want to make a bet? Now let's revisit something. Now that the
Okay.
Finns and the Eagles are 1-0, can we get our 3-way bet in?
That's not fair.
Oh my god.
What was the bet again?
Yeah,
It's
say it again.
just who goes the furthest this year. And it's talking playoff round, so you guys could win your division and have a home playoff game. And given that Lamar will never win a playoff game, a real one.
Talk
You
to
would-
me after we beat the Niners next week.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to keep bringing it up week by week, hoping that
Wait till how crazy I talk if we somehow beat the Niners next week, and then the 2 weeks after that are Cowboys and Chiefs.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You guys will be 1-3.
That's not what I got. But
Oh, all right.
to each their own.
if we
my-
beat the
my
Bills,
friend.
come talk to me about that bet.
Okay. Fair deal. Eagleson, any final thoughts?
Want to know, baby? Want to know?
Same here.
By the time a lot of you are listening to this, same here. Snapback
I
fan.
think the Ravens are the only team to give up less than the Eagles so far this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right.
think so. Well, top 2 defenses in the league already. How about it, Jack?
There we go. Snapback fam. Much love. Peace.